Hi everybody, welcome to Unit 3. This is an overview going over the assignments, things that you'll be doing in this unit, creating a culture for learning. First assignment is called Scaffolds to Support Student Learning. And to do this assignment, I'm going to ask you in the assignment description in Canvas to go to the Google Doc link. And on that link, you'll see a list of topics, ways that teachers can support student learning in the classroom. And I want you to choose a topic and type your name by that topic so we're not pick the same topic as someone else. And then I want you to go do a little searching on the internet and find a resource that will help people learn more about the topic. Could be a video, could be a podcast, could be a website, could be some kind of infographic. Find that at a reputable educational website, capture that link, copy that link, and then go back to the assignment description and you'll see a link for something called Padlet. So you'll click on that and that will take you into what is called our wall. It's kind of like a bulletin board, and we're all going to post what we find on the bulletin board, and we'll have this great collection of resources. So when you get to Padlet, you click on the wall. It will give you a little box where you can type and you can connect to web links or video. And I'm going to ask you to write 3 sentences explaining your resource and why it was a good choice. Be sure to put your name in that little Padlet box because that's where I will go to give you your grade for this assignment. So there's nothing for you to submit. It's just creating your spot there on the Padlet with your resource. Okay. Also in this unit, you're going to be doing the assignment Children's Book to Teach About Diversity. And so to start that off, you'll select a children's book, and I'll give you some ideas of where to go to find a children's book. You'll go to the link in the assignment description for a Google Doc, and that's where you'll add the name of the title of your book and your name. So we're going to try to make sure everybody has a different book. So you might, when you're looking, you might pick 2 books, and then when you get to the Google Doc, you can, in case somebody else has the same title as you, then you'll have another option that you can fall back on. Once you have signed up with your book, and mind you, this is a picture book. I think I probably should have said that before. It's a picture book, so it's not a long book. Once you have your book, you're going to create a video of yourself. You'll explain why you chose the book. You'll describe an activity a teacher could do with that book to promote diversity, and you'll show the cover of the book, and then you'll either read the book to us or you'll just read part of the book to us. Once those are posted in the discussion board, then you'll go in and you'll view the video of 3 classmates and you'll leave some feedback. So again, with this assignment, as with the previous one, there's nothing for you to turn into Canvas. Here though, you're going to post a link to your video. So upload that into YouTube, put the link in the discussion board. That's where I'll go to grade your assignment. I'll be looking to see that you have these components, that you have shared the cover of the book, you have read the book or part of the book, you've described a teaching activity, and you've explained why you chose the book. So when we're talking about diversity, remember this definition that we're using that was back in Unit 1. And so there's a big variety of books that you could include for this assignment. So hopefully you can draw from something from one of these aspects of diversity in the classroom. Now, one place you can go to find a diverse book is, hopefully it's coming up here, We Need Diverse Books. Gives you a list of a lot of different categories. And so what I would do is select one of these categories, look down the list, find a couple of books that look interesting, and then I would go back to the William Allen White Library, or you could go to a library in your local community and see if they have any of those books from the list. So if you want to go to the William Allen White Library, here's how I get there. I go to the ESU website. I go down here to the Library and Archives link, and now I'm to the search box here. And let's say I was looking for, well, if I found a title on the We Need Diverse Books website or another one, I can type that title right here and go to search and see if we have that book available in the William Allen White Library. If I do not have a title, let's say I just wanted to look for a book. I'm going to first type, whoops, I'm going to type juvenile. You can see I've done this before preparing for this presentation. And then I added Jewish holidays. So in the William Allen White Library, children's books are listed under the heading of juvenile. And then I use that plus sign, and then I have my different multicultural category that I want to look for. Click on the search box, and it's going to give me a list of books that are available in our William Allen White Library system. So I'm looking for a children's book, and I use juvenile, but I can confirm that it's a children's book because there's the children's book section. These two are on the 3rd floor in the main library, and I see the call numbers here, so I would be able to go and find those books. I might also see this location here, Resource Center, Visser Hall, Bleecker Collection. That would be the Resource Center on the 2nd floor in Visser Hall. Now, if you're off campus, you can request one of these books to be mailed to you. And you can do that by the Ask a Librarian that pops up when you first go into the website. And they will check the book out to you, put it in the mail. You should have it within a couple of days. So I want to make sure that you know, no matter what site you're at, you do still have access to these books. Although it might be easier for you to go to the public library, you could try that out and see if that works for you. There's also a cool app called Epic that has ebooks, so you may be able to find a book, a digital book, and you could use that too for your assignment. Okay, so you found your book, you know what to do. Let's keep going. Also in this unit, you're going to be reading chapters 5 and 6. There's some videos for you to watch, and there's a Story Maps lesson plan. And those are the things that will be on quiz number 3. Now, when you're reading in the chapters, you're going to be focusing on creating a learning community. And one way to do that is to create a warm and inviting space. And so when I found out last summer I was going to be teaching this class, I started collecting some photos of different things that teachers are doing with flexible seating in their classrooms. And it seems like within the last maybe 6 months, there's just been this craze of teachers trying all different ways of designing the classroom space and providing flexible seating for their students. So there's all kinds of cool pictures out there. If you go into something like Pinterest and type flexible seating, you'll find lots and lots of images. And I just picked out a few from these are all from either people I know or teacher groups that I've been in where people have shared pictures of their classroom. These little seats here are kind of wobbly, and so they give a little bit of movement there if a student likes to have that. Also, teachers are using these big yoga balls with 4 little prongs on the bottom as seats. And then you may have seen these are popular not just in school, but they're really comfy. And also, soft, comfy chair. So flexible seating is really about providing other opportunities for students to have workspace that best meets their learning needs. And some teachers will let students choose where they're going to sit on any given day, any certain time of day, so that they're choosing which seating works best with how they're feeling at that time. Other teachers aren't quite as flexible, and they may assign students to a certain area to use the seating or they may use it as a reward for good behavior. But I will definitely say there is a craze for flexible seating right now going on in elementary school classrooms. And what that flexible seating does is it gives a message to children that you as a teacher are wanting to meet their needs. And the flexible seating adds more of a welcoming environment into the classroom. So students walk in, see a lot of different ways or places that they can sit rather than just the desk and the chair. And for some, that's very motivating. Also, when you're reading in Chapter 5, you'll read about scaffolds to support student success, which aligns with our assignment that you're working on in this unit. And so I just included some of those scaffolds that I like to integrate into my teaching. And maybe you can pick out some of these things that I've integrated into our class. So I do things with peer partners. That's where our discussion circles come in, and small group instructions, again, working in those small groups. Clear criteria for success. I try to make sure that you know what the expectations are for each of the assignments. Video or audio recordings of tasks. That's what I'm doing right now, trying to share with you the expectations for the assignments so that you know. Frequent check-in with students. I try at the beginning of each unit and sometimes a little more often to put up a new homepage in our course so that when you enter the class, you get up-to-date information about what's going on in the class. I try to include directions with details about the assignments, both written and the auditory that I put in the video. So some of these I am able to integrate into my own teaching with you all in similar ways to what you might be able to do with children. When you get to Chapter 6, then you'll see that the chapter focuses on taking a closer look into several classrooms and really delving more into those scaffolds and the way teachers create a learning environment that's warm and welcoming and builds trust. So that's what you have to look forward to in Unit 3.